White. Set. Edo blue. Hut, hut.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. He'll take a shot for Watson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
Come on, set.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Hut.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That one on target to Watson. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Let's go.
Dobbs headed in motion. Now he takes off. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. They get 21 on that one. 1st down, Packers.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
On 1st down, it's Love. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Packers. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Hardman now to return it. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And some good running there. He'll fall forward for about 7. Halftime now at Lambeau, and the Packers are on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the 2nd half. Woo! They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
Here we go.
In motion, Reed.
Set, hut.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Ready. Ready.
Now Love. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Justin Reed that time with the tight coverage and the good hands. A tough spot here. 3rd and long.
Set. Hut. Ready. Ready.
Here's Love. He's got a man. That's Watson. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
On 1st and 10, here comes Jacobs. It'll be a short pickup down to the 31. Brian Cook up from his safety spot to make the tackle. 2nd and 7.
Green Jack. Here we go. Here we go. Set.
Back to throw is Love. And that is incomplete. Trying to connect with Romeo Doubs that time. And it'll be 3rd down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
They need the 24-yard line as they come up for 3rd down.
Hut. Hut.
To throw is Love. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Packers will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Yellow. Strike.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Working the right side. Taken in by Rice. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. They go right back to Rice. He's got it again. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. To throw is Mahomes. Here's a screen set up for P-Rob.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Hopkins sent in motion. Now there's a throw out wide. Hey, this might be a double. And that one is intercepted. Jair Alexander picks it off. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to